y'all, welcome to the family that reads a lot. So I think I'm gonna break this month's reading wrap up into like two and come at y'all now and then do a second one later and mash them together because I've got some other videos that I want to get out this month. And our reading, well, my reading has been much more sporadic because we are in summer and we are doing all the things. We had a week of youth camp that we just got back from, and I had thought like, okay, I'm gonna be sitting there watching the kids do activities and stuff and take part in their classes and I can read. That was not the case because there were other parents there to chit chat like, hey, where are you from? What's your background? All this kind of stuff, and trying to tune into what the kids were doing and watch them really enjoy what they were taking part in. So I didn't read much, and what I did read, I had a really hard time focusing on, honestly. So there's that. So anyway, we're gonna jump into the books, and that doesn't bother me. Like normally I would be like, well, I'm in a reading slump, or I'm having a hard time finding the right book or whatever. It is what it is. You know what? I'm enjoying this summer and I'm enjoying going and doing and living all the things. And if I read when I can, that's great. If I don't, that's okay too. So anyway, just wanted to let y'all know where I'm at. A book that I really enjoyed, this is Countdown by Lynette Eason. This is Extreme Measures book 4. So this was the wrap up of this series for me. I will say I did not enjoy this book as much as I did most of the other books in the series. If I had to rank them, I think I would rank them like the first one was probably my favorite. The third one was either my favorite or my second favorite. The second one was good, but just not as good as the others, and this one falls last. Now, this is the book that I was trying to read during summer camp. So there were times where it's like I'm sitting here trying to read and there's a kid on a giant rock tower that I'm stopping because I'm like, hey, you're doing great, stuff like that. So I probably did not give this book the attention that I have some of my other books. I liked the story and I liked the ending. I just felt like it kind of drug a little bit. I just didn't seem to get as into it as I did the other ones. And it was shorter, like substantially shorter. This is only 300 pages. But all in all, I really enjoyed the series. Is it a series I would buy? I'm not sure, because suspense books, like the suspense is why you're reading it. And once you know what happens, I don't know that I would go back and reread them. But maybe after a certain amount of time, maybe I would. I don't know. Do y'all reread suspense books ever? So this is Christian fiction, suspense, all of those things. So I'm curious, do y'all go back and reread these? Because I wouldn't hate having this on my shelf, but also I don't know that it's one I would buy at this point. If I was gonna go back and read it again, would I get it from the library or would I buy it? I'm not sure. The other book that I tried to read was a hard DNF for me, because this is a series. This is the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. I don't know how like shiny this is gonna come out because it's got a library cover on it. This is her newest book, Winter Lost. I used to really, really enjoy this series. I started it years and years ago when I was very much into like paranormal, werewolves, vampires, all the things. Used to really enjoy it. There was always a couple in here that wasn't my cup of tea, but it didn't bother me. This is an adult book that's marketed to adults, so adults make their own choices. But in this book, we're now questioning our label, and I'm out. That was kind of the level where I'm like, okay, so I made it 40 chapters into this, and I'm sad because I was fairly invested in the characters in this. Now this is probably book, I would say at least like 15, maybe more. There's a lot in this series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2. So this is book 14. I was very close. And it's hard to let go of a series at the kind of like that, but it is what it is. Everybody has their own threshold of what they will and won't read. So, moving on from that, the other book that I am slogging painfully through is Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I'm trying to pre-read this for my son before school starts because I was going to have him read it pretty close to the beginning of school. I am 33 pages in, and y'all, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to get into this book. It's just not my kind of book. I think he will be interested in it, but I wanted to read it for content because some people did comment that it was very violent at times and there were some harder themes and stuff in here. So we'll see. This may end up just being a Google content thing for me. I'm hoping it gets better because where I'm at, like, he's not even stuck on the island yet, and that's the part of these type of books that more so interests me is the survival aspect versus, like, I don't know, his inner monologue, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, but it's been tough. If you've read this book, did you enjoy it? Was there any content you could tell me about that would not be appropriate for a middle schooler? Yeah, and this is like an illustrated version. It doesn't feel that long, but it felt long. So we'll see if I finish that. Other than that, the other 4 books that I have are all for my son. He read a ton on the way to and from Oklahoma. My daughter did not. She wanted to look out the window and see the sights, and that was totally okay because we're on vacation. You should be able to see the sights if you want to see them. But my son really enjoys reading in the car. It kills time for him, so he read a lot. He read The Great Wolf Rescue, Saving the Red Wolves. He really enjoyed this. He said it was super interesting. Just a sciencey book. He read Lantern Lane, which is book 1 of a book series from the Good and the Beautiful library. We actually got this because they have a summer reading challenge that you can sign up for, and they send you have to pay shipping. So is it free? Is it not free? But they send you a free book, and they send you where the kids log their books. And so we've been doing this for many years. I usually am able to line it up where when I'm buying curriculum, I get this too. And so it's not really paying shipping for it because I'm already buying stuff that I would have to have shipped. This year, I just went ahead and ordered them when I had to order them. It's just a motivator for the kids to read, right? Any kind of reading challenge is my dig. If I can get them to enjoy reading and love reading, why not? So when he finished, I think it's 8 books in the reading challenge, then he got to read this book from their library. And this is a 7-8 level book. I'm not sure what makes it that level because it's really short. It's 120 pages. Now, he asked if I could get the other book in the series that's out. I don't know that I'm going to make a special order for that. If I have to order something, I'll throw it in there. But he enjoyed it enough to want the next one. The other book he read, he's still making his way this summer through this next Warriors series. So this is the Broken Code series. It's Warriors by Aaron Hunter. This is book 3. I think there's 6 in this series. So he got 1, 2, and 3 from the library on our last trip. And so he's wrapped up what he has. We need to go back to the library to get him more. The last one he read, this is Rodman Philbrook, it's just Wild Wave. So this is an author of a book he really enjoyed that he wants me to read. It's on my list. It is Wildfire. And this is like a disaster series that this author writes. The next one he read was Wild River, I think, was one that's kind of along this line. He's got some other books, so I'm going to have to check into it because he really enjoyed this one. It's like a disaster-ish story that they have to survival type story, right up his alley, right up my alley too, honestly. It's a short book, 175 pages. So a quick read for him, but he's enjoyed this. He also read, I don't have it sitting here because it's in the other room, The Two Towers in his Lord of the Rings series. He finished that one. He's working on the last one right now. So that's going to be one of his series that he wraps up this summer. Above and beyond that, like I said, I'm probably going to jump back in here with some more books in a week or so because I've just got some other things that I want to bring to y'all. So yeah, that's what we've been reading. Please tell me what y'all been reading, and we'll see you hopefully shortly.
Hey y'all, welcome to the family that reads a lot. I hope that I'm not too like dewy and sweaty. We just went on our morning walk and it's really, really, really hot. So our high today I think is going to be like 98. And we went out at 9 o'clock this morning, which was about an hour after we should have because it was really hot. Okay, so full disclosure, some of these are from the first week of July because um, I need to get them back to the library. And so I don't want to hold on to them just to turn around and make another video. It is what it is, y'all. I'm busy and don't want to do the whole thing. So, anyway, I'm going to start with science books because both kids read 2 science books. During the summer, we don't do formal science. They just read on subjects that they enjoy and try and learn more about them, whether it's reading videos, if we go somewhere, whatever, and just try and kind of get that natural submersion into something they enjoy. So, my son read this eyewitness bird book. These are really, really well done books, y'all. So, I mean, huge amounts of information since they've rebranded because I don't know if y'all remember the old DK books. They were just like white and had like kind of reflective stuff on them. They're coming out with this new series. I feel like they're slightly shorter, which is not a bad thing because some of those old DK books were a little much. And I feel like they're better organized. Um, just the pictures are better set up and they're better organized. So he read this, really, really enjoyed it. I mean, it gives you a ton of information. So he read that one. He also has been working his way through this series. We started it school related, but he's continued it just because he really enjoyed it. This is Urban Coyotes, but this series is Scientists in the Field. Um, this one is by Mary Kay Carson, but I think they're by different authors. There's a bunch of them, and he has really, really enjoyed these. So he read The Great White Shark Scientist. Yes, so it's all different authors, but he read The Octopus Scientist, The Great White Shark Scientist. Um, I know he read another one. I don't remember which one it was, but now he's read this one. Oh, Saving the Ghost of the Mountain. It's like a snow leopard one. So this is a really good series. It looks like a picture book. It's not. There's a lot of information in here, and it teaches you the science of some of these people that are trying to help these species, save these species. It shows you kind of what their day to day life is. It shows you about the actual animals. Um, it goes into some of the science of how they're tracking them and different things that they do and different patterns and stuff like this and how things are affecting them. I mean, so good. So I really, really am glad that he likes these books, and I will continue to try and find them for him because they, like I said, are just really well done. So if you see these, like I said, they're called Scientists in the Field. So the really good quality books. One that my daughter read. So her thing that she picked to kind of learn about right now was deserts. And she read this, A Day in the Life of the Desert, 6 Desert Habitats, 108 Species, and How to Save Them. This is by Roxy Monroe. Um, this same thing. We kind of grabbed this off the shelf, but this is so well done. It walks them through the different deserts, the Mojave Desert, the Painted Desert. I know the Chihuahuan Desert, the Sonoran Desert is in here. And we're planning a trip to Big Bend later in the year. So this hit perfect. It was an accident. We didn't like pick this because of that or anything else. But she was like, hey, it's talking about Big Bend and all these things live there and da 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 da. And so each desert it has this facts page that talks about the plants, the animals, all these things that they can find within the picture, um, and different things that are found in the day and the night. Like just really good books. So I don't know if this is a series. So it says also by Roxy Monroe is Anteaters, Bats, and Boas. and Rodent Rascals. So I'm definitely going to have to check out and see if she has more that are on this quality level, because these just turned out like really, really good. Or not these, but this. So she really enjoyed this. Now, we also got this one, which was Biodiversities of Deserts. It's by Greg Pyers. Um, I don't know. She enjoyed it, but she didn't enjoy it as much. And I don't know if it's just for the fact of that she'd already covered a lot of this information in the other one, or this one just didn't grasp her attention like the other one. I mean, it seems interesting still, talking about different things and different biodiversities, but just the way it's done is slightly different, and she didn't enjoy this one as much. Um, but yeah, so all those need to go back to the library, and that's part of the reason I wanted to go ahead. Okay, wow. Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't die. It was like I had something in my throat. But anyway, okay, to jump into chapter books, regular books, whatever you want to call them now, I'll jump into my son's first. He finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Y'all, this is a huge amount of books, and he finished these in a month. I'm super, super proud of him for that. He thoroughly enjoyed these. Now, this is not a series that I ever got into. It was not a series that gripped me or anything like that. But he read The Hobbit. I think he got that for Christmas and read it right after then. And so he asked for these, or I don't remember if he asked for these or if he got these for Easter or what it was. But anyway, he got the series and said he was going to save it for summer when he had time to read. And boy, let me tell you, did he read. And some of these, he like the first one, I feel like, and the third one especially, he like just crashed through and read them super fast because he was so drawn into the movie. Now, I will say the third one, so this is The Return of the King, the end of it, so the last like 200 pages is all appendixes, which had he known that may have come in handy at the beginning, because it talks about different people in the book and different areas and all this different stuff. But he actually did read it at the end and said that that even still was interesting. So that was his big reading for June. Like, that's where all of his time in June went. And I'm, like I said, super proud mom moment, because he read all of those. I don't know that I could have read all of those. Actually, I know probably I could not, with the way my reading has been going lately. So that was awesome. My daughter, like I told you on the last video, on our vacations and stuff, just wasn't in the mood to read. And that happens. We get in those moods, right? And I don't force it, because then it becomes a negative thing. Like, I'm like, you need to read a little bit each day, or you need to, try to pick up your book or whatever. But I didn't force it. And I think that that helped. And now she's back to reading at a much faster pace. So this was the book she had for the beginning of June. And I think it wasn't too hard for her by any means, but it was a heavy, like, not a heavy book. It was a good size, really thick book. This is the Dreamkeeper Saga by Catherine Butler. This is a really good quality saga, or really good quality book. I think there's 5 of these. She really enjoys it, but it is heavier on the vocabulary, and like, it's a heavier book, if that makes sense. It's harder. And so she got a little bogged down in this one. She still wanted to read it and wanted to finish it. She just wasn't as apt to pick it up quickly to read it for short bursts. She was leaning more into her science stuff and different stuff. So, but she did finish it. This is book 2. She wants book 3. So I know she enjoyed it. But it was just a longer read for her. Then she got this from the library, Just Gus by McCall Hoyle, and blew through this one. So this one is almost 200 pages. It is a easier book. It's more of a, it says it's a middle grades, actually. I was thinking this was a, what do you call it? Oh my goodness, juvenile book, but it was in the middle grade section. It says a boy and his dog learn that they are better together. And she just loved the dog on here. I hope y'all can see it. It's so pretty. She read, or she has Stella, the other book by this author, but I don't think she's read it yet. Um, but yeah, she enjoyed that one. Blew through it super fast. Same thing. This is an easy one. This is Scoob. It's after the movie. This is the junior novelization. It doesn't even say the author on it, which is interesting because somebody wrote it down. It says adapted by David Lumen, based on the feature film. So she read this. It's only 120 pages. It was a super fast read. She enjoyed it, but she said that there were spots that it was way different from the movie, and being it's supposed to be an adapted version of the movie, she found that interesting. She thought it would be just like the movie, and it wasn't. We bought this when the movie came out, for my son years ago, and so she finally read that. So she's back, like I said, on a reading like thing. Words are hard today, y'all. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, so same thing. I felt like I've been reading really slowly, but looking at the amount of time and then the books, I don't maybe feel like I've been really reading slowly this past week. I know I have. Um, I just haven't been inclined to pick up books, and I'm gonna break that habit. I am. I'm gonna pick them up. So this is Beneath the Surface by Lynn H. Blackburn. This is the dive team investigations. Could somebody else come and speak in this video for me? Because obviously I'm not doing a very good job. Okay. So this is about a woman who is a physician in a hospital, and the main guy in this book, this is okay, let's back up. This is Christian fiction. Kind of, this is suspense. So he is a dive team investigator. Now, I saw somebody say they didn't read this because they weren't into like water and diving and all of those things. And I will tell you, it's called the dive team investigations. It is lighter on the diving part of it than other books that I've read that were not called dive team. Like they mentioned that they were divers, but they went like super into detail as far as like tanks and this and that and equipment and blah, 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 and almost to the point that it was too much. This one, they don't hardly talk about it at all, except for the fact that some of the main characters are on this dive team, and it comes into play here and there in the stories, but it's not a major part of the story. So if you thought that that was turning you off from this book, don't let it turn you off, because it there's not a lot of it in there. This one really gripped me. This one was interesting. I blew through it and had to have the second one like immediately. So this is about Leigh Weston, and then the guy is Ryan Parker. Now the second one, my library did not have in physical form that I could find, and we're still having library problems. Just throwing that out there. Not trying to rant about it today, but it's still a thing. So I read the second one on Kindle, which I don't Kindle read often at all. Now, I will say that I enjoyed reading this on there because I could read it at night and not like I have a book light that I use on regular books, but I felt like it was less disturbing to my husband. So I don't know. Maybe I'll turn into a Kindle reader. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. So anyway, read this one, really, really enjoyed it. Read the second one, fairly enjoyed it. I think I liked the people in that one better, even than these two. Now, I got the third one, which is One Final Breath. In the series, what was the second one called? The second one was In Too Deep, I believe. And like I said, that one was good. I enjoyed it. That one was about Adam, was the guy's name, and the girl's name, I can't remember. It was a little different because they were both really well off. And sometimes that's off-putting to me in books. Like, I don't know. It makes them feel a little bit out of touch for the everyday person. And they can just kind of do things and go about things. And you're like, well, that's nice for you. But that's not how it works in the real world. Like, so I don't know. Sometimes that bugs me. And in that one, it kind of bugged me a little bit, but then I got involved with the characters, and so I got over it. Now this one is One Final Breath. I've been stuck in this one. So I only have 50 pages, I think, left in this. And last night I forced myself to put it down because I needed to go to bed. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it just because I want to conclude this series in this video. Um, I have had a hard time getting pulled into this, which is weird because I like the male lead in this one more than some of the others. Like, you get more of his story. The female lead is okay. I don't dislike her or anything like that. There's nothing that I dislike about it. It's more that it's just not pulling me in. There's also, I feel like, less suspense. So people are getting injured and hurt and stuff. Like in a normal suspense book, like there's obviously someone after them, but that person is very obscure, which you're not supposed to know who it is. Like, I get that, but it only pops up like in little tiny blips. And so I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Like I do with most of the suspense books I read. And that's part of what keeps me reading suspense books, is because they're just like, I can't put them down. I can't put them down. I got to know. So I don't know. I'm going to finish this today at some point because I'm going to finish, and then I'm going to set it aside. I have a stack of suspense books that I just got recently from the library, because I've been really enjoying this genre. But now I'm feeling a shift. I'm feeling inclined to pick up a middle grade, um, just for something different, just like kind of a palate cleanser. I don't know. I've been in this genre for a while. So I don't know. Do I shift? Will I enjoy the shift? I'm not sure. But I think I may go that direction and just pick up something completely different. If I don't enjoy it, I can always just drop it and go back to what I was doing. It's just kind of like I just got like this stack of books. So we'll see. What are y'all reading right now? Do you shift during the summer months to a different series? Do you just keep on reading what you always read? This is a slow time for us right this moment, but then boy, when it picks up speed, does it pick up speed. So I'm going to try and enjoy getting in some reading time and some slow time for July, because once we get to the end of July, the calendar is booked. Oh, the other one that I'm failing to read. Last time I talked to y'all, whether that will be in a different video or the beginning of this video, I was 35-ish pages into Robinson Crusoe. I'm now 50 pages into this one, y'all. Okay, so we'll see. I'll try and keep plugging along. I need to set a page goal for myself and like tell myself that I'm at least going to read 5 pages, 10 pages, something a day to force myself to get through this one, because I want to pre-read it and I want to know what it's about and everything else so that I can do discussions when my son reads it this year for school. But it's not my thing. So anyway, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I'm going to take this giant stack of books back to the library. I think we own one of these. 2. Yeah, we own 2 of these. So I'm going to take these back to the library today and potentially not get out more books, since I don't know what direction I'm going. But how has y'all summer been? What have y'all been up to? What have you been reading? Because I would love some recommendations, some information, stuff like that. Let me know. And until the next time, y'all go read a lot. Thanks.